We gotta do yours.
That's our dad.
Two.
No, it's not. She's being rude.
Hey, Jason.
She's eating French fries and a fried chicken sandwich.
Oh, yeah, you're right, I didn't. But I did say I was running late.
Because you were being executive stuff.
So I couldn't cook dinner for Jason.
I cooked dinner and everything, and I don't even, well, I did see it.
So why did you top it off?
So much more. You're sticking that back. What? Yes, she can hear you in the office. She's gonna be out here, but we're still doing it so that we can record and put it on YouTube. Joy, do you hear him? He's talking really bad about you. It's the guy in a camouflage hat. Nobody knows who he belongs to.
Sorry, I'm running home real quick to zoom into the meeting. Oh.
You can sit wherever. There's a paper. I just sat here because I was doing that part. Where would you like to sit, ma'am?
This is my spot.
Awesome.
You need? I printed out the October financials that I sent you guys, just since we were already looking at them, but
Do you need?
what do you mean?
I think I messed up on my, no, I see your October financial. I think I.
It's just gonna be that one sheet.
Okay, then I
sent
got
you
it.
guys.
I have it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because when I looked at it, I went, that's
Yeah,
not
I mean,
right.
like, those numbers will they'll
Yes.
fluctuate a little bit,
Yeah.
but
I have to pull that up from my email. I didn't get to print it.
You should have told me. She's got some right there.
what do you need? I have the
No, I
sheet
have
that I
that.
printed
You
out.
want the-
Oh, that, no, I don't have all the financials that you usually send.
She doesn't have them.
Yeah. I'm just gonna-
She doesn't have
I don't
them.
have those yet.
I know, so I'm just gonna pull them up. No.
Oh, the old
You talking
ones?
about for September?
Yeah, you know how you sent us like what people owe the RIB law.
Oh,
and the-
here.
Oh, I don't. I do have September. I did
So
print
I can
that.
pull them from my email.
Well, I'm not gonna need except a report on
Okay.
October, so,
Perfect, thank
I
you.
mean, if you have a question, I'll just.
Yeah.
Yeah, September. I did print those. That's why I was confused when you were like October. I was like, why do I only have one page from October? That would be why.
So you're not coming
Yeah,
out, okay.
I mean, I can't get any of the slides, all of my emails and slides are bouncing back.
She mentioned.
All of them are in Clyde. Even Dan sent a text message to him and he said, I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah, so,
Last I talked to him was working on.
So I don't either. It's just June.
I don't know.
did it, I want to remind Jim.
Yeah, I told him I would see him in a few minutes when he called me earlier. And he said, oh, okay. But his alarm was going off.
His house alarm?
We think so. And that's funny because even after that, a fire truck pulled through. And Jake even made the comment, is he going to Jim's house?
Got them delivered. All right, you're just getting into your vehicle, so step on it.
He's just.
What's that dinging then? It sounds like the door opening.
Is that his alarm still going off?
No, it's a door. Ding, 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 when you got near far. you should-
All right, we'll see you in a minute. All right, bye.
Oh, you're still looking at the September. Okay, I already looked at all that. I really wanted to see the October, which I was hoping.
No, all we got was one
I know.
page, and that's not finalized. That's why it's
Yeah.
just a estimate.
Yeah.
I mean, we have the form.
You did say that we did get that check, right? I know it's probably in my notes.
for 1511.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I sent you guys where it
Yeah.
showed the payment.
Okay, okay.
The email that this came on.
Yep.
Had the breakdown. of what's getting paid.
So something happened with my emails because the ARC stuff, I didn't get any of that until he responded saying, can I see the book? Or to leave the book out. And I
It's
was like,
weird. There must
we
be
don't-
going something, because like I was telling Dan, I have another person in another association, that all their emails are bouncing back to me too.
yeah, like I wasn't bouncing back, but I just didn't, it was weird. And then when I went to go look for that October, because I knew you had said, well, here's this one, I couldn't, it took me a hot minute to find it. And I'm usually, my stuff is pretty,
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. I had something to add to the agenda and I totally didn't send it to them.
We can do it, we can have open discussion. Oh, I am so stinking sorry.
That's why you walked in, she walked in with fresh fries. I'm like,
I didn't know that.
I know, right?
I
I really
at
just
my
need
car.
coffee. Really with coffee, I'll
Can
be
give you
fine.
some water?
Dude, if I drink any more freaking water.
I'm just saying.
We're waiting on, are we
Jim,
waiting on
he's-
Jim?
Yeah, he's. coming over
Have
now.
you talked to Clyde?
Well, I just text
No, Clyde's on here. He's in LA or whatever.
Oh, that's right. He said he was gonna be in this one. Because he was gonna be away.
We have that contract right there then. This is what I was talking about.
We have one, we can start.
We don't know what this means. Okay, I don't care. You have a copy of that.
It's under here.
We want to start, we want to wait for Jim.
Was he actually getting in his truck?
He said he was on his way here, and what I was, the dinging I was hearing.
He didn't have a
was
seatbelt on.
seatbelt.
Mhm,
Somebody just shot in the parking lot.
it's probably him. Mhm.
Enjoying this time together.
No, we didn't. We just knew that we were adding it for once a year. but
Okay,
not-
no, nothing else, okay. Did you see the palm trees?
No, I haven't been.
Dude, you're missing out. And it's dark when you go home. Gosh, it looks really good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
At this,
Did you want me to put something?
no. No, I'm just giving you a hard time.
I know. No, it's just, I should get him the link sometime tomorrow, maybe.
Yeah.
For the day after.
It actually
Or this
looks
weekend.
This
I don't-
weekend
I
you'll be
don't
home on
work.
time?
Yeah. This weekend I'm home on time, so I don't work. Oh, yeah.
There he is. Mr. Perfectly Late. I love it.
Yeah, go Phillies. Next year, right?
Yeah, they're going to- next 2
No.
years. we'll win World Series.
Yeah, next year, absolutely.
Well, next year I think we'll be in the playoffs.
Playoffs.
The year after, I think we'll
We're
win World
gonna,
Series.
we're gonna win. All right.
Go.
Yes.
We're waiting on you, go ahead and call it.
All right, let's go. All right,
Call the meeting,
I am.
7:04.
Yep.
We do have a quorum. Notice was posted on the sign.
Yes.
I sent you all a copy of the meeting minutes.
Make a motion that we don't waive the reading of the minutes and approve them as written.
Got a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, for your financials, I did send out the October balance sheet. Will reiterate that these numbers have not been reconciled, so once they are, they fluctuate just a little bit. So in October, in your operating account, $129,169.24. Your reserves, $92,870.62, for a total of $222,039.86. And that does, those numbers do reflect the settlement from 1501. Any questions on financials?
I'm sorry.
Do you know when we'll have the ones that, the finalized?
They're normally done around the 15th.
Okay.
All right, if there's no questions, we'll move on to the ARC report.
The two that you.
There you go.
You can say.
1736 Los Palmos Drive for exterior paint colors, BW 19 was approved. And then 1732 Los Palmos was, yes, roof, and that's been approved. And it was shadow gray. With white drip edge, whatever it is.
Thank you.
I'll scan them in and send them to you. Yeah.
All right, anything else for ARC? All right, old business, I put the lawn care under there, because we had been talking about it, but I'm going to let one of you all take that.
We've been adding a few things to what Nick has done so far, and I guess I don't think that we're all on have all the things that we wanted clarified, so I guess I just keep working on it. I mean, is everybody with that? Or do you want to move forward with saying yes to it? Because I'm not really ready to say yes. to it.
No.
Okay, we'll keep working on it then.
What's missing?
We're just trying to get some of the fine details of things, different things, like a simple thing like go trim around the lake 4 times a year. We need a clearer definition. We're looking, he'll plant annuals. We're saying how many annuals he'll be planting, because that was a problem this year. He planted only 80 and we needed 200. So just all those fine details, just going through and cleaning them up.
Details.
Yep.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Anything else for old business?
Did we ask him anything new on the FPL lights? Did they cash
Yeah,
their
I was
check
gonna
yet?
ask.
Would that be old business?
Go ahead. So I'm not getting anything.
Oh.
So I don't know if it's coming to you.
Yeah, I don't know why, because we were in the same email with it. So they did get the check, they did cash it. As soon as they get the lights there, they'll go ahead and send us out a date where they'll be doing it. He said it probably won't be until January is what he's looking at.
Okay,
I don't
Yeah.
have any addition to that.
but we're still in a forward motion.
So there's nothing
In addition
from
to
last
that.
month?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
So that was it.
So
So,
January.
because I questioned him to find out, is it going to be before Christmas that? He said it'll probably be about January
Okay.
is when we'll get them in and be able to work on them, but yeah, we'll keep it posted. I keep sending him emails, so, but I thought.
I'm
they're
gonna,
attached to 'em, so I'm not sure why.
for the exit gate, I would bring that back up for what because we hadn't made a decision yet on that. And we talked about doing,
I asked while you're on, I asked Nicole to get a hold of the gate company and shorten the amount of time the exit gate is actually open.
Okay,
And at this point, from just different individual conversations with the different board members, we haven't decided that we want to actually put any traffic sticks up yet. Remember how we had those cones up for a while? Maybe you've seen them, maybe you didn't. But we're not quite ready for that as a resolution yet.
but you still need the gate slowed down,
yes,
the exit gate.
yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just wanted to make sure
I didn't know if Nicole had already taken care of it.
Slowed down?
it's not slowed down.
We want them
We
to
need
The
go
amount of
faster.
You need to
time,
go fast.
Speed up.
yeah, the amount of time it stays open should be short.
We're just gonna see if that works to keep it.
Yeah, I'll follow up on that.
Thank you.
All right, anything else for old business?
What about the carps? Are we getting any closer? It's getting,
Still waiting for them to do our biological inspection.
not haven't even done that.
Just checked on it again today, so. I don't know what's taking them so long to come out, but they haven't just come out yet, so.
All right, new business, I'm gonna. You had
Okay, I'll just use the October numbers. In our October numbers, our operating account has $129,000 and a little over that. Last year, we opted to move 50,000 of that out of the operating into the reserves, and I would like to see us do that again. So I
Move
would-
50,000 into reserves.
yes.
So I have a second.
Second.
50.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
How long does it take for them to do transfer? Last time it took a long time to go on the financials to go from the checking into the reserves. It was a long.
I
Can
think
they
you're,
do it very easily from checking to?
Yeah,
But it
now
should
that
be
there's an
immediate.
account that's open?
I think you're getting the CD
CD.
confused with just moving. We moved some out of the reserve into a CD. It
Right,
wasn't
that took
showing up.
forever.
Yeah, and that took
And right
forever.
now, you just want to do some to the reserve.
Correct.
Gotcha. All right,
And that's an instant, like the next month it would be on our,
Right.
yeah.
okay.
I think for like these individual categories, that's just what, I just want to make sure I'm not skipping over something that you want to.
No, it-
Okay.
part of. Then do we want to approve the budget? Is everybody happy with the budget? Nobody had brought up anything after our budget workshop, or do we want to move forward?
Because you
and approve it?
answered my
I think it
question.
looks good.
I think it looks good.
Okay,
So that's, or that's in. part
that's
of
what
it.
it is currently.
Okay,
This is what it would be.
yes,
Next year.
okay.
Yep.
And that's all when we vote in the budget, right?
Right.
Okay.
So how would you like me to make that motion? Move to approve the budget as I will send it to you and as the board has already examined and discussed at their workshop.
Correct.
I second.
That's a motion.
Or motion, oh, I was like, I don't know.
Dan, no, you're right, you second.
Yeah.
Dan motion.
Aye.
Aye.
She's yelling at me.
And then just for, I don't have what the dues are increasing to. I just want to.
128.74 for standard and 132.91 for estate.
What was it, 132?
91. I'll say she can take this too.
Well, I just wanted to, for
Oh, yeah.
those that weren't at the,
Yeah, it's 128.74 for standard and 132.91 for the estate lots.
all right, I put the issue with the shrubs on there. We had talked about this one time before, I believe it was before you were on the board. And it kind of was put on hold because we were talking to Seth and it was a all or nothing, either everyone's gonna have to go back to.
Oh, I've been reading
what's
those
in the
emails.
docs, or, so that's,
Okay,
so just the question, it's not that nothing.
Yeah.
Not being done, we just don't really know how we're going forward with this, so. It would probably be a good idea when we are doing the covenant changes to figure out what we want that landscaping plan to be.
okay.
And then at that point, push forward. We are gonna run into the issue, like with the fences
5
with the
years.
statute of limitations on some of these homes. That is my suggestion.
So one of my questions on that was, because I do have that to talk about, was when we change, if it gets changed, gets approved, is that a from here moving forward?
So it would be, the easiest would be
That.
We've updated these docs, this is, and we send out letters that, and
Yes.
then make everyone in, compliant with these
Okay.
amended docs.
Okay. So is that something for the covenants that we want to do ASAP, get just that so that we can get that in?
That's completely up to you guys. It is probably going to be easier to do it all at once because you are going to have a very hard time getting the amount needed to even make these changes.
And we only get the amount, we only send out once a year for that, or can we send out whenever?
You can do it whenever. The easiest time would be at your annual meeting though, because that's. the
Well, we
closest
won't be
you're
ready
gonna
for
come.
our annual meeting.
So that's.
There's no way.
So that would be the easiest time to do it, is to try to do it at an annual.
So we need to maybe pick out a couple of things right now that need immediate So that when we
You'll
come,
be spending more doing it that way. But you do have a couple different options. But I will tell you that your best chance at getting quorum to make these changes is gonna be at the annual meeting.
and that is in February.
February.
There's no way.
Get busy.
We can couple out, put some effort into it.
Did you just tell me to get busy?
Point of order, or could we have clarification about that article that I had sent? About that if the vines and if the hedges die, they need to be replaced. Why can't that be done now? Because it's active in our covenants.
So that can be done.
Okay,
That
so
stuff
that
can be
letter's
done.
gonna go out?
So those letters will go out. I was more for, so referencing people that have removed everything in these houses have sat. We obviously would like to enforce some of this stuff going back in. But when we spoke with our attorney, we ran into an issue where we can't, I can't tell you have to go back to the docks, but now with your house.
Right.
And
If
then,
we see them wiping out what they have, we're just asking them to please put it down.
correct,
Okay,
yes. Those,
because there's one that just happened last Tuesday. They just wiped out
is that on
everything.
Los Palmos?
Yes,
I reached out, so that house has actually switched hands.
yes.
Yes.
They did. They moved in the very next day.
I reached out to the closing company to see if I could get, if they had contact information for, because it sold and then it sold
Sold again.
again. And that's when, so on that estoppel, I had everything listed, that was wrong, and I think that's when they went ahead and just wiped everything out. So I did get in touch with their title company today, seeing if they had a way to get a hold of these people, because I told them, I said, their house is now no longer in compliance.
Right. So,
I have not gotten a response, but I am, so yes, that,
Thank you.
yes.
thank you. That's all I wanted,
That
clarification.
long-winded
And that
answer is,
covenant can
yes.
Thank you.
But yes, that house I did notice when I was driving through the other day. So I am trying to get a hold of them. If I don't have anything back tomorrow, I will send out a notice to whoever is getting.
Well, they
to
moved
their
in.
house.
Well, they moved in.
Which?
They
which
did
house
move
is it?
in. It's on.
I
the-
don't know. because it hasn't-
1760.
I may not have that updated information.
Oh,
yet.
well, I will tell you, they just moved in this, what is
So-
today? Tuesday. They moved in this weekend because they blocked the whole corner
Yes.
with 2 trucks.
Yes, but so
So-
yes, that house
Thank you.
is,
Yeah.
I do have a note to stay on top of that because I did notice that they cut everything down.
Gotcha.
It looks better than what it did, but,
But they went a little crazy.
but yes.
Thank you. That's a clarification. That's all I was looking for.
Donna, did you have more on the shrubs? I just wanted to make sure that we all were kind of,
I'm just gonna be very realistic that there's no way that unless we pick out pieces. So as a board, if we want to talk to the covenants committee about pulling out pieces right now that we feel immediately, otherwise I can it's not gonna be done by
you guys
Friday.
are more than welcome to try to do it at a different time. It's just going to be a lot of legwork on you will be going door to door. I have a hard enough time trying to get quorum and Roxy's return for the actual meetings.
And it's very expensive if you do it that way. Very expensive.
So
Yeah, it's gonna take don't kid yourself, it's gonna take a huge effort to make this go through.
Yes.
The likelihood of it going through is probably not very good, but
That
at least
makes
we're
me
gonna
feel
make the effort and do what we're supposed to do.
It's tough. It
Yeah.
really is.
that is all I have for new business. So Donna, you said you had something.
Well,
Yeah, but I don't remember what it
I'm
was.
gonna
but it's- go
bump
ahead.
back for a second. Since we got the money, and this is, we kind of talked about this at the budget workshop, but we kind of stepped aside and left it alone. And then I had Joy put it on our agenda, the Cabana Roof and the front gate bushes. And now, we've all discussed that we got that $30,000, we've moved X amount into the reserves. We kind of discussed all of that. Do we want to start looking at either one of those projects yet? Or do we want to wait another month and just start getting some numbers together again and discuss it in December that maybe we want to get that Cabana Roof on or
The
work on the front
Cabana
gate?
Roof needs to be done, my friend.
Yeah.
We gotta do the
That's
Cabana
already
Roof.
been inspected too, and they said it needs to
So
be done.
that needs to be done, and that should get done.
Do we want to move forward with that tonight, or do we want to get our numbers one more time and make that decision in December?
How many times have we gotten our numbers?
Once, really twice.
Why
Same
go for a
company.
third time?
How many bids do we have?
I put
Do
it
we
up.
only do one bid? Or is that all that we're able to get? Okay,
Yeah, we called.
Especially in estimated time of starting
Yeah.
a job, it's very important.
Yeah, we called companies and
And they
everybody
wouldn't
was
come
so
back.
busy and they just
I say
didn't
we
get back
just,
to
I
us,
say
so
we
that's
put it on
why.
the roof tonight.
It was like
Get it
8,
done.
right? It was
You want to do that?
8,
Yeah.
I don't have the actual number in front of me.
did
That's
you
one.
email it
yeah.
At some point, sure.
before July?
What was the guy's name?
Central Homes Roofing, maybe?
Full Cabana, here you go.
Attachment.
What do you need?
So this estimate, and I will clarify this before we
I could
start the
fold it up
job,
on here too,
is
sorry.
for $7,555. It is supposed to include any rotted wood will be replaced in that amount. And it will put all new drip edges on and things like that. So that would be the number that I would be comfortable with those caveats that it is all inclusive.
And this was done, this proposal was, this is a recent proposal.
Yeah, it's recent.
This
What's
is
the
from
date?
10/12.
Yeah.
So,
It's pretty recent.
That's way recent, so-
It should be 30 days, right?
Well, I'll just tell you, he originally gave us one back in July,
Yeah.
and it was more expensive than this one. He had materials costs changed and lower, so that's why he sent it.
Yeah. So I motion to
Yeah.
go with Central Homes to get the Cabana roof scheduled to be redone.
I second.
All in favor?
In favor?
Aye.
And then just keep in mind that that playground is gonna have to be replaced within the next couple of years too. So
Do you
we-
remember what the inspector gave us for timeline? Was it 2 years? Was it 5 years?
2 years, I think it was.
Yeah, I wanted to say 5. so.
I want to say 5 too,
Okay,
if we
5.
maintained it, basically, is what I thought. And you
There
sent
was,
Mike out to
there
do
was a
some
couple
things.
things that had to be done immediately, which we did.
And you put the new swings on, Mike went out and painted something or did something.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
mean, but then that's gonna be costly.
And what did you say this one was? 16,000 by the time it was installed and walked away from?
I would think it was closer to 20.
Really? Wow.
We need those kids out there to do their lemonade stand.
Wow.
So 2 years from what day? I was wondering, what was that expected?
That was earlier this year.
That was this year?
So you're probably under 2 years.
Right.
You're under 2 years.
And on the playground thing, one of the things that I've been talking to Jim about, and I kind of talked with Louisa and Donna about is, do we need to go with the same thing we have there? Can we change it up? You know what I
Yes.
mean? Things like that. Can we save a few dollars and maybe put a little bit of a fitness thing, adult fitness thing there as well? I mean, what do our documents require us to have and what can we get away with actually replacing?
I know there was no standard that we had to go with here and we only replaced like the actual system, like so like the rock climbing, the swings and stuff is all original. It was just
Got it.
so.
And I do remember what I was gonna bring up if we were done with that.
Are you able to look to find out if it is 5 years or if it was 2? later
Yeah, I'll
on?
have to
Just
find where the
email us?
report was.
Okay.
So we went through the report. Because I don't know if he actually put that on the report. I feel like he just told me.
Yeah,
It was like a heads up. it was
right,
gonna be
right. I
two.
think that's what it was. I remember too.
I
The
know
dead
there's 2
ones.
dead ones. Right, that's fine.
Oh, Replace it. That's the mission. That's right here.
No, that's for people that are pulling. their
Oh,
slugs
okay,
out.
okay, so,
Yeah.
Just trying to find that.
For the playground inspection. And then, well, Donna, you had something else that you would.
I do, and I don't know what can we do about all the kids in their motorized little motorcycles, because I literally almost took one out. Like not, I didn't see him, they're little go-kart things,
Yeah.
and they're riding them in the street. I don't
Is
know,
that illegal? I don't think there's anything we can do.
that's what I thought.
Contact their parents.
Yeah, well, the kids that are doing it, I'm not knocking on any parent's door because I literally almost hit the kid on the red little dirt bike thing. I almost hit him because he came out on that corner house that the people from New York moved into, you know what I'm talking about, right there on the corner. He came down their driveway and didn't look, and I was already turned, so really he was gonna hit me on the side of my car.
Those go-karts and do donuts.
Well, they've been doing it in the lot next to, because I have that well lot. But I was just curious if there was, and now we have the kid that has taken off the mower blades and rides the mower with no mower blades around. And I mean, it's mainly in the street, like, because they're not carrying. So
I live in Pennsylvania, my son.
If we know the address, I mean, I could send them a letter for being a nuisance, but
it's more that literally one of them is going to get hurt. Like, it's not, and I don't know where I don't know where the kids live. I don't know where they're from.
Yeah.
I just didn't know.
yeah, I mean, that's probably the only thing I can.
Okay,
think
that was
of
my
off the
only.
top of my head.
There are actual helmet laws for under.
Oh, there's no helmets on those kids.
Yeah, that's my.
Yeah, there is not.
And we have the
That's not something
lawnmower
I
guy.
can enforce.
Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah, that's what we call them, lawnmower
The
game.
lawnmower guy.
If they were on the sidewalks and being decent about it, I wouldn't care, because I really don't care.
Yeah.
But two of them are not. One of the kids rides it and he is paying attention to what he's doing. The other kid is like flying through, going, passing cars, like driving down. Yeah, it's like he's gonna get hurt. That's my only, and I don't know where they live, so I don't. Yeah.
There's one on the news again.
All right, that's the only thing that I had.
Is the pool, the kids that were kind of doing nonsense at the pool, is that calming down?
No,
It's funny you say that.
Are
Well,
we,
do you think it is though the
are we
kids
moving
are?
to something new? We still have the front bushes.
I already asked you.
Okay.
what? Hang on, we'll get back to that.
Thank you. I'm sorry, I missed it.
You're good. Front
No,
gate
okay,
bushes.
because We need to finish with the new business and then they could do the
Okay.
discussion. Where the front gate bushes.
I just put it on there in case we wanted to, this goes back to the same statement I had about the
Okay.
cabana. Do we want to start discussing redoing that front area at all, or do we not want to
Right,
discuss that yet?
well, we have those dead bushes that are next to the sign.
Supposedly, Mike said he pulled them out yesterday, I think. Maybe,
Okay,
so they might not be there today. The dead
so
bushes.
right now, I mean, this, what you're talking about is the whole front entrance area with the bushes.
Yeah, the whole island?
Well, just do we want to start discussion about that and start trying to
Yes,
Get
move
it
forward?
numbers. So that's
you
what we're
know.
gonna do, maybe
Yes.
get some companies get in here and
Yeah.
have a plan drawn up and see what we like and.
Just
And get
remember,
some numbers.
remember the numbers that they said Flawless gave for that island over there. With the tear out, it's crazy.
It was insane.
Right,
I don't think you need
I'm not,
7,000 for the tear out.
I'm not
Nice.
interested in that at all.
That's ridiculous.
yeah, so we can do that.
What? I'm sorry.
Yes.
We're going to discuss about
The bushes.
redoing the entranceway, the landscaping,
Mhm.
and possibly get some companies to come here and give us some bids and maybe we can draw up some plans and see what we want, have an idea, so they know what to, what offer to give
What was
us.
it, 18,000 for Lake Forest?
No,
I don't know what the name of it is, but the one. right up
25,
here,
you said, right?
It was
20?
$7,000 for the tear
For
out
the tear out
and
was $7,000.
$25,000 for the plant.
Yeah, that's a
For
lot.
where?
Insane.
That's
At
Insane.
Lake Forest.
that's way out of whack.
And what's our goal for that, I guess is my
Lake
question.
Forest was only 18,000.
When I called Flawless, he told me he bid that thing at about 25.
I don't think that's what it ended up being
Okay.
after the revisions, because we managed like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking Never mind.
So-
Laurelwoods.
Was 18?
I just lied.
Was it 18 total?
Laurelwood was 18.
We
A
Total?
have
little over 18, yeah.
Flawless did.
Close to that one.
Sorry, I am not sure what Wake Forest was.
Got it.
So pulling out the front gate bushes, we're just wanting to make it nicer. Like I,
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you just get rid of the bushes, grind the stumps.
Just figure something out to make it look nice.
Mhm.
And not much upkeep.
Not much upkeep and it's not much money.
Mhm.
The plant trees and the mulch.
And if we literally really need to have a work party to do it, to get the tear out to save the money. Winter, let's do it. So,
Don't have. one.
We don't have any. We're just going,
Okay,
no, yeah, we're just discussing. Yeah.
okay. Now, are we able to bring folks in if we talk to the company or are you guys already looking at certain specific? companies?
we've done nothing for
We've
that
done
yet.
nothing but
Nothing.
fine.
This is the first time talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't know if you guys wanted to start tackling that. right now, that's all.
Absolutely.
I'm all about. starting
Okay.
to look.
Yeah,
All right, well, let's start our discussions and let's come back with maybe some numbers next.
okay.
That sound good?
And then we have an idea of what we want to do. I can have Jason draw it up
Great.
and then kind of get a visual of it and see what it's gonna look like to present it to,
That would be the
Companies.
easiest.
yeah. So I can have him do that.
That'd be great.
All right?
We're definitely gonna keep the foxtails. though.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
We're just gonna replant them. I'm playing.
No play.
No, we spent a lot of money on those things. They're
No
not going
kidding,
anywhere.
they're gorgeous, too.
That was the answer that he just gave. But we're gonna come back to that later, right?
Thanks.
Oh, did he give a bigger one?
All right, so that's everything under new business. Do you want us to email you the one for the roof and contact them to
Yeah.
do that? So we'll send that to you.
I'll set that up.
All right. Perfect. Thank you.
Hey, do we have, for the speed bump that the piece is taken out, do we have a completion when that's gonna be completed?
I do not have
Okay.
that now.
Thank you.
Yeah, the bolts.
Yeah,
They chose to use Tapcons, the company who put that one in, and instead of anchors and bolts, and the Tapcons were letting go. So before the bump got ruined, I said, pick it up. And they're supposed to be coming back and doing it, installing it correctly with lead anchors and bolts. So there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, I didn't want it to get ruined.
I have, is that all for new business? I have 2 homes for finding. 1744 Lamaderia for the weeds and 1788 Sawgrass for the weeds.
Make a motion to approve the homes that are on the agenda for finding.
I second that motion.
All in favor?
I,
Aye.
The guy was supposed to come see me, never did. I did not notice if it was still there. I meant to look. I forgot to do these.
You want them all on?
Oh,
And not.
there's the house. It was the house next to you.
I have a feeling he's gonna wait until the 11th to remove it.
Why?
Because he is very adamant that he got feed from the docks, needs to receive certified 30 days notice. I tried to explain to him, well, he's received 3 30 days notices.
This is
And
our
I directed,
beekeeper car guy.
I also directed him to the state statute that says you technically only need to give 14 days. He was supposed to come see me on Thursday. He never
Okay,
did.
Just the beekeeper.
Yes, the
derelict car
farm.
guy.
The bees are still there.
And I
We
did
can't.
send him a notice about that fence.
Well, we need to know too, because.
well, we're still discussing that, so give us, because I don't know all the information on the bees.
Did the fence come down yet? When's the official, that last day, he's got to remove that piece of fence?
That will be, I think we re-inspect next week. for
Yeah.
those.
Okay. So once the fence comes down, he is now no longer in compliance with his beekeeping license, and then they'll have to be notified You come out and discuss that with him and get him back in compliance.
Per the city, he's following what the city,
Oh, it's a state.
or the state, he's allowed to have what he's got right now. They're protected, and he is in compliance with the city of Palm Bay.
Is
So,
it causing any problems to our neighbors?
well,
It
there's
was,
yes, it
And that's why
was,
we're addressing.
yes,
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very much so it
And the
was.
wood
and That's
fence.
why we're addressing.
yeah. So there's a wood panel fence up that he has up, that he cannot have up for our docks.
Right.
So once he
And-
takes that down,
That means
he's no longer in compliance
his
with
permit
Palm
for
Bay.
beekeeping.
yes,
That means then we can get the bees out of it.
yes. But it was causing issues. The people next to him
Yeah, getting.
put up,
bees
well,
were
they put
flying.
up stuff to try to get the bees away from them, which got them not compliant with a board. So that's why we've been dealing with it, with that, yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What's the plan if he goes up for 3 weeks?
He can, there's not,
You can't.
he can't.
Yeah, for 2 weeks. Okay.
You
No.
can't put up the correct fence to keep himself in compliance with his beekeeping permit.
So it's just, okay.
So one way or another, those bees are,
So we're gonna have
Gonna be
to,
dealt with.
yeah.
We're getting a lot of construction material right in that area against the houses and another wooden fence that's been there forever too. Along with vehicles that need to be removed from that property.
Yep.
Well, I think twice.
It's into one.
I was looked at.
Okay.
That's good.
So that's the bees.
You good? You have anything else then?
Open it up to the
Donna?
floor.
Anything else?
Right, we'll open it up to the floor.
My neighbor has kids at charter school. She says every day when she goes to pick them up, and she tries to come back in, cars are parked on both sides, well, basically on the inward side. She just finds it really hard to pull into the subdivision. So they're out in the street, they're up, parked up along the,
The entranceway.
right.
Tell her she needs to call Palm Bay Police Department.
Yeah, I've been parking out there a couple times during the day, because I get my kid and I noticed that like people park when you can turn around. People park there, but they still leave enough room for a car to go through. But people park where the no parking signs are. People park there. I've chased people out of there. But, and when you're getting ready to come in, there's people that park on Bayside Lakes, they park in there. Yeah, in the turn lane. So I mean, I don't know what else we can do that won't
Like
affect,
the police.
Call the police department.
but I mean, is a cop really gonna
Show them
come
why
there
that's
and try to
about it.
direct that traffic? They won't even come in our neighborhood. We would think.
Because our neighbor, but that's outside of our neighborhood.
Am I
I
lying?
think I was.
No, I'm just saying.
I will say outside of the gates, so when they're sitting outside of the gates, you need to call Palm Bay Police Department, because as a board, we can do nothing with that. Inside the gates, if they're inside, Palm Bay isn't gonna do anything because for cars parked there, because it is private property inside those gates.
Past 2 days I've driven past in the morning, the cop said someone pulled over right there.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, the Palm Bay Police Department's been doing phenomenal right there on that, on that road. Like, they've been sitting there, they've been heavy traffic through there watching it. So, I mean, I would call them. They don't want wrecks on that. Now, blocking our turn lane, that's kind of dangerous too. But so when you see it, call, but otherwise we can't, the board can't do anything outside of those gates.
The gates. Do we have someone that is oiling them, greasing them properly?
I'm gonna say no, and I agree with you, and I'm gonna talk to Joy about that, about having the gate company come and do. When do they officially, or how often do they maintenance them, how often do they fill the grease zerks, blah, blah, blah,
When we call them to come do it. It's not on like an actual.
rotation, well, I'm sure it needs to be done, guarantee it needs to be done, so.
I have not found a company that has like a regular maintenance schedule for it.
I'm just curious.
Particularly the hinge and the arm
Yes.
needs it.
I don't know, garage companies come in and oil up the brackets in the garage doors, would they be able to do the gates? gate companies that
I
want
mean,
to
the
come
gate
out here?
company will, it's just normally.
It's
we
not like a
call them.
regular
Yeah,
service.
it's not like they don't have to
Just
schedule.
Yeah.
Do it, I mean, anybody can do it. It's-
I would say not anybody could do it, because you don't want me walking out there to do it. Like, I mean, I'm just being honest about that. Like, I am the person that I will stay in my lane and it is not oiling. I would mess it up.
Drip stop.
Like Donna was out here. Yeah. No.
All right,
So
so
gate
good,
service.
we'll look into that.
Veterans Day is coming up this Thursday. I didn't know if we had plans, but I wanted to see if the board would be okay with my company putting out some flags in front of the gate, just to, represent our veterans in the community. I actually wanted to, go door to door and leave a message to our veterans, but I don't have the information in sort of short notice, but I did want to ask you guys if you guys would be opposed to us putting some flags out, for that situation.
Do we still have the flag?
Yeah, they're at my house.
So you have some already? Awesome. What time, when are you putting those out?
Well,
Or I can come do it.
I want to see you get out there.
I'll do it.
I have a husband that'll do it.
No,
I know you would. No, you're good. No, I mean, they normally go out. They normally get put out.
Okay, so there is something, I didn't know if I could come out and add like some extra little flags. Okay,
That's great that we have it. It would be great if we could put something.
Yeah,
out. And-
yeah.
Now,
I
going
mean, I
door
just
to
don't know
door
we
and
have
leaving
some.
things, I would say no, because we don't allow soliciting, and if we allow one, we have to allow all.
yeah, was that's not, it's
Yeah.
not what happened this week.
But yeah, I mean, put some flags out,
Sure.
celebrate it,
That'd be nice.
absolutely,
Thank you
yeah,
very much.
absolutely.
What
What's your
company?
Sorry, I didn't say that, but yes, it's called My Buddy Love. It's a,
Your what?
My Buddy Love. It's a mental health app that we release for veterans, trying to help them stop or slow down the suicide. We want to eradicate suicide, but it's definitely the right direction.
It is a good one.
Thank you.
So we do need more flags.
Anybody see flags or Walmart or anything? Anybody see anything?
It's
I
called
would-
Amazon.
Yeah.
I don't go to, I've not been in a Walmart in probably
All right.
months.
But whatever you have.
Yeah, I have the boards. They're at my house from like whatever
July,
day.
maybe?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But they're broke, like the sticks, the bottoms
Oh,
of
yeah,
them,
they're
they are old,
Yeah, it's
so.
like, well, you got them originally.
Yeah.
Are these little wooden stakes or?
Yeah.
Yeah, so after a while, sitting in that wet
Whatever you
soil.
want to do,
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
just do it.
Thanks.
You want to put some wreaths up on the gates too? That would be good.
Yeah, we'll talk to you about
You
Christmas.
said put some up or take?
No, put some up.
Oh, reeds. I thought you said weeds. I'm like, oh, we have. But yeah, reeds. Okay,
Wreaths, yeah.
awesome. That is a good idea.
I
Yeah.
Awesome.
Do you know what I do?
I don't want you-
I make wreaths.
You get another one like.
Do you?
I knew what.
You make wreaths?
Yeah.
You make wreaths, could make 2 free gates.
You right?
There you go.
We'll put 'em up.
That's why I have the ones at the house, so that, or I can update them. I'm gonna use the pre ones and update them.
Where are our wreaths?
Yes, please do that.
Are wreaths down at the pool in the thing, or do you?
They're in my house, they're in my
There you are.
garage.
Yeah, they could be,
So they could be
spruced up.
updated.
They
Yes.
could be
Yes.
updated for Christmas as well.
Yes.
Okay.
So Dawn is a new gate wreath person.
Yeah.
All right, anybody else?
Oh, did we need to actually officially discuss, I'm sorry, it was supposed to be under new business, I guess. What are we gonna do about the cleaning for the pool area?
I'm being.
Donna said she's gonna do it.
I know, but
I actually have somebody that will do it for $200 a month.
whatever happened with Penny? Did Penny officially say she's done?
Penny got
Her
hurt.
doctor won't let her come back to cleaning. I have not found anyone for under $100 clean.
I'll clean.
I have somebody that will do it for $200 a month.
Well,
Will you please pass
Score.
that information on to
I
Joyce? so
There
we
you
can
go.
officially-
I sure will. Let me
Thank you.
text that to you right now, or I'll
Listen,
email it to you right
and
now.
if that's the case, I have another association that they can take on too, because any,
While we're at it, the
It's
urinal
my
that's in
mother-in-law.
the
Oh.
men's room.
She
Can
wanted
we
it.
have-
And that's.
Because I would do
Joy,
it.
what
but
happened
she
with
was like, "I'll do it."
certified plumbing? Did they not want to do our urinal? What happened?
they said that they sent you additional information. I followed up on that this morning, actually.
No, they came to my house and did work for me, but they did not send me additional information.
Oh, well, they said that There's some,
I said,
assume
talk to
it
Joy,
was-
talk to Joy. Did you talk to Joy? Talk to Joy.
I did follow, so they're looking for some, he said that you requested something, and he was looking into it.
And what are you requesting?
To fix the urinal.
We need a plumber.
Oh, we didn't talk about that.
Yeah. I will contact.
Please touch base with them again,
And
please.
last but not least, Pump 5 has been down now, coming on to, if not over 3 weeks. Do we have a diagnosis and when we can plan on getting that back up?
Nope, and we gotta make that phone call again too.
What happened while I was gone?
Nothing.
What's this guy been doing?
The pump has to do with American Pump. Remember we talked about that,
Yeah,
about
American
how
Pump's
the
got it.
bill showed up for the pool
Yes, yes.
6 months later, all of it, yeah. So that needs to be addressed. I'll address it tomorrow.
I'd appreciate that. We did have that problem with that pump in the past, and at one time, it took them 8 months to put us back on. And we just can't go another.
How much does the community really need water?
One
Pump
time, and
five,
look at
bad.
on my
Just-
map, as
Just
it furnishes.
Bad.
You can come to mine and borrow some of my water that's on the side of my house.
I mean,
More than welcome.
To give you a little bit more story, according to Nicole, was it American Pump who did you guys, it took forever for the pool here to get
Yes.
fixed correctly, and that's the same person who's supposed to be looking at our pump, so it's moving slow, so it's not that we're not on it, it's just not happening. So I will check again tomorrow and find out.
I'd appreciate it.
And the handle was fixed today.
Oh, yes,
Oh,
that was
nice.
fixed. Oh, that was
Yeah.
fine.
I'm sorry. Listen, I was super excited to see, I was wondering why somebody was going in and out of our patio.
Yes.
So I was watching.
It is repaired.
Yes. Next.
Anybody else?
I do have one more question. I know we were looking at upgrading the first aid equipment eventually. Or is there any way, or are we looking at maybe making a way to where we can have cameras installed for one and give, let people in through the gate, not have to give them code? For instance, like when I have to get food ordered, I have to give everybody a gate code, and that defeats the purpose. of
If your
having a gate
number's
code.
inside the gate box, they can call you.
What
and
they
you can
call
let
me
them
is
in.
There's no effective connection to my house, so that's what I'm trying to figure out.
You just need to email
You get ahold
Joy.
of Joy, and Joy will put your name and your phone number in the call box, they will come up and they will find your name
And call it.
and call.
So is there any way we can get letters sent out to everybody in the neighborhood for this? Because
Yes,
I didn't know about that. And there's a few other people I've been speaking with. They don't know.
we're kind of redoing the call.
That
box
was
right
in the
now. So,
meeting
yeah.
last,
Several months ago.
that was last month that we talked about it, about them going through it. Through the codes, going through them, getting them emptied out.
The only issue we're gonna run into, we have the list. and-
Yes, working on it.
Yeah.
We're gonna run into an issue with renters.
Yep.
Me and
So
Nicole had a long
renters,
discussion about it.
we can't help it with renters, that's their, like, their owner has to tell them, and if the owner doesn't tell them, then we can't go knock on their, I mean, we don't know who they are, we don't know when they necessarily move out or move in, so,
Should. We should.
Yes.
Should.
We'll find out here
Yeah.
shortly. when they're Locked out again.
yeah. But yeah, you just have to email, do you have Joy's email?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you email Joy, tell her, she'll add you.
And anybody that you come along that says the same thing, just share that email and have them do that. But yeah, it's going to be addressed. Everyone's gonna be getting a letter letting them know that they need to contact her with their information, their address, with their phone number. So everything can be put in the call box.
Awesome.
We'll send that out. Send out the budget.
That's what we call it. Yeah. That would be
That was the
one
plan.
shot. That was
You
the
nailed
plan,
it,
to do
right there.
everything in one shot.
One letter.
Why you need to get that
Yeah,
file?
yeah. That was the
Could've been
plan.
Talk about it. Yeah.
What'd you say? I can do it at home.
Yes, that was the plan.
Yeah.
I forgot that was the plan, so you.
Yeah.
reminded
Well,
us.
then,
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait to have automatic pull the names until we send that out. That way we don't have mass chaos at the gate.
I'll discuss it. with
Well, I
you.
can post
We
it
have
on the
a plan.
Facebook page, not that anybody really pays attention to that page, but I can post on Facebook page.
We have a plan. It doesn't cost us a
Okay,
bunch of
your
money about how to
electronic
adjust
board
that.
is a wonderful thing to put in there from the call box. Anybody having a problem?
Let me know when I'm needed.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it. Yep.
Anybody?
Does have anything else you want to discuss?
Anybody
Any
else?
questions, Thoughts about, need money, what you got?
Need money. What money?
No, I need money. Anybody else? All right. Okay, make a motion to adjourn.
I second that motion.
Next meeting is 7:14.
That's 7.
What's me?
Thanks. Okay, so that mixed response was, that was,
Take this. Take this.
that is the weeding and the trimming around the lake.
Is that yours, George?
That's fine.
Okay, I got it back.
Thank you.
How you been, all right?
Pretty good.
Does that mean he's not?
Have a good one.
Yeah.
Maybe.